a to the m divided by a to the n is equal to a to the m minus n. 5 to the 10 over 5 to the 10 is equal to 5 to the 10 minus 10, which is 5 to the 0, which is 1. 2 to the negative 1 divided by 2 to the third is 2 to the negative 1 multiplied by 1 over 2 to the third. 1 over 2 to the third is 2 to the negative 3. We ended up with 2 to the negative 4, which is 1 over 2 to the fourth, and 2 to the fourth is 4 times 4. 2 to the fourth is 16. 1 over 16. X to the negative 3 times 1 over x to the fifth. 1 over x to the third times 1 over x to the fifth. 1 over x to the 3 plus 5, which is 8. 3 to the fourth divided by 3 to the 0. 3 to the 0 is 1. Therefore, it's 3 to the fourth over 1. And 3 to the fourth is 3 times 3 times 3, 4 times. It's 81. 5 over 1 multiplied by 1 over 5 to the negative 2. 5 over 1, we flip and change the sign. It's going to be multiplied by 5 to the second over 1. 5 to the second over 1. So the answer is 5 to the third. And 5 to the third is 125. 25 times 5, which is 125. 2x cubed over 3 multiplied by 1 over x to the negative 4. 2x cubed over 3 multiplied by, change the sign and flip, x to the fourth over 1, which means 2x to the 3 plus 4, 7, divided by 3. A to the m to the n, power of a power, is equal to a to the m times n. We multiply the exponent. 5 to the second to the 0 is equal to 5 to the 2 times 0, which is 0. It's equal to 1. Negative 3 to the second to the third. Negative 3 to the second will be positive 9. Positive 9 to the third. And positive 9 to the third will be 81 times 9, which is 729. X to the third to the negative 1 is x to the 3 times negative 1, x to the negative 3, which is 1 over x cubed. X to the negative 2 to the negative 3 is x to the negative 2 times negative 3. X to the positive 6. 7 to the negative 5 to the 0. 7 to the negative 5 times 0. 7 to the 0. 1. 7 to the 0 to the negative 5. 7 to the 0 times negative 5. 7 to the 0. The answer is 1. X to the negative 1 to 8. X to the negative 8. 1 over x to the 8. X to the negative 2 times negative 5. X to the positive 10. AB between parentheses to the n is equal to a to the n times b to the n. 3x between parentheses to the second is equal to 3 to the second, which is 9, and x to the second, 9x to the second. Negative 3x to the negative 2 is 1 over negative 3x parentheses to the 2 to the second, and it's going to be 1 over negative 3 squared, which is positive 9 times x squared. For C, let's take care of the inner term. Negative 3 squared is negative 3 times 3, which is negative 9. Now, negative 9 cubed will be negative 9 times negative 9. How many times? 3 times. Negative 9 times 9 is positive 81 times negative 9. And 81 times negative 9, negative 729. X times y, parenthesis to the negative fourth, is 1 over x times y to the positive 4, which is 1 over x to the fourth times y to the fourth. X squared times y to the third will be x squared to the third times y to the third, and x squared to the third, 3 times 2 is 6, x to the 6, y to the third. 1 over 2 times x to the negative 1. Let's write it as x over 2 to the negative 1. We will flip 2 over x and change the sign 1. So it's just 2 over x. 5x to the negative 1 to the second. 5x to the second times x to the negative 1 to the second. 5x to the second times x to the negative 2, which is 5x to the second, 25, over x squared. X times y squared between parentheses to the third is going to be x cubed times y to the 2 times 3, y to the 6. X to the negative 2 times y to the negative 3. Negative 2 times 3 is 6. X to the 6 times y to the negative 3, which is x to the 6 over y to the third.